Oh no, it's you again. Why, hello my friends, and welcome back to another story. Today we are coming back to a D&D story. Yes, so this is from today's session, this Sunday, yeah, that I did with my buddies. And it was the one with Rhea, Brandish, Connalt, Rahum, them. That group. We don't have a name for our party yet. We need to make names for our parties. Anyways, so what happened today was oh god, today was hilarious. Sure, this from how I may tell it may sound boring to you guys, but for us it was hilarious. Well, for me it was hilarious. For the others, I don't know if it was boring to them, but I know I had a lot of fun. And so today we're in these caves, and we're we were in these caves with the hammer and stuff. I was just coming out of an old dwarven forge. I have my Connalt had my platinum hammer. Yeah, that I found. Yeah, this is what happened was, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but there's anvils, and we put a short sword that we didn't need on the anvil. I lended my hammer, this hammer I found, in there to Connalt because he had a higher dex. Strength. He hit the iron sword on the anvil. On the anvil it said reclamation. So yeah, once he hit the anvil, the sword, the short sword, it pretty much disintegrated and turned to dust, and all that was left was its valuable resource component things. So yeah. Anyways, I hope the music isn't too loud. I'm gonna maybe turn that down just in case. Yeah, no editing, so I can't do. Yeah, anyways, the music is like the first time in this, so yeah, just to make it less boring, I don't know, put a little background noise. Anyways, so yeah, and then Connell decided not to give my hammer back. So, anyways, we took a long rest. Brandish, she took first watch to attune to this crossbow she found. It was cursed, yeah, but Adam, Brandish were determined to know what it did, and have a magic weapon and stuff. And so he didn't figure out what exactly the weapon does yet, but he knows that it's I think it was +2 crossbow magic weapon, or +1, one of the two. And then it was my shift, like my turn. So Brandish woke me up. After I woke up, I didn't wake up. I kind of came out of my trance thing, because wood elves apparently don't need sleep. They go into a meditative state. Anyways, I look over to Connalt as he's sleeping. Yeah. And mind you, this is right before we leveled up to level 5. So anyways, I go over to him, like I creep over to him. Everybody else is asleep, and with my glorious pickpocketing skills, mind you, at this whole point, I was so fucking tense. I was like, come on, get a good roll. Die, please, D20. This needs to be this. I don't care if you give me bad rolls the rest of the day. Just this needs to be the one good roll, please. I want it to be my one and only good roll. I think it was like an 18 or 19 plus my sleight of hand mod, which is 7. I got my hammer. Yeah, I took my fucking hammer back. Fuck yeah, that's my hammer. And now, when we get up to the surface finally, I'm gonna sell it off for a nice price. Probably. Hopefully. Anyways, so we came through. There was this big, because we're still in a cave, there was this big pipe-looking thing, man-made. And it led to, we saw kind of, there was an illusion. We saw through it. We walked through, ended up in the sewers. We're traveling through the sewers for a long time. Finally come up to this one point, big pool. Rahum kind of poked her spear in to see how deep it was. She wasn't feeling any bottom. So we're like, great. And we saw kind of movement in the water, and we're like, Let's avoid that. And so, as we're doing this, we're trying to think of a plan to get over. Rahum could fly because she's an Asimar. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's how I pronounce it, anyways. So she could have just flied. Flint, we found Flint. Yeah, to remind you, we found Flint back there in the river as a fish, polymorphed. We saved him. Yeah. So what we did was Rahum casted Spider Climb on Connalt. He kind of climbed the wall, sticking pittons in the wall and a rope. And so we got over. He got over. I went over the 2 ropes first. They kind of were up like that. Vertically? Or, no. Horizontally? Fuck it, I don't know. So yeah, we went across. I got across safely. Next it was Rahum's turn. Oh yeah, and I put Wakanda the Panther in my bag of holding. Because how else was he going to get over? So, oh yeah, and not to mention, I forgot to mention, when Brandish woke up, she woke up with a very deep voice and a bit of scruff. She's like, oh, that's weird. And then, yeah, he's like, ugh. Morning. Oh, what? And felt a bit, what's the word? More spacey up top, and a little less spacey down below. And Rhea's like, oh, hey, look! Hey, have a good sleep, brand dude. Now Rhea calls Brandish brand dude. Because Brandish is now a male. That's what the crossbow did to him. Her, him. Who knows? I find it hilarious. So does Rhea, of course. Anyways, so afterwards, we go across. Rahum went across, and what happened was, she didn't quite make the athletics or acrobatics. I can't remember. One of the 2 saves. She rolled a little low, but not low enough to be completely submerged in the water. So her feet dipped into the water. We see more movement, and then, Rahum quickly flew up because she didn't want to go in the water. Can't call it water, sludge, let's call it. And the Otyugh emerged. And I was like, I fucking knew it! And so we all rolled initiative. When it came to my turn, I hit it with an arrow. Yeah. We all hit with arrows. Brandish was the only one who could... Brandude was the only one who could find it because of Hunter's Mark. And so he shot a crossbow or bow in. We don't know if it hit. When it came back up, because we all had prepared actions, because it was down there for like a turn, and it failed its 2 kind of grapples on Connalt. So yeah. I was hiding behind him, kind of, so I rolled a stealth. Pretty good at high. And since I leveled up my stealth, since I'm expertise in it, I get a +10 to every stealth check, which is so nice. Anyways, so that happened, and then we killed the Otyugh, but how we do it is the second it comes back up, my turn, I take my shot with another arrow. I crit. Nat 20 with sneak attack. That was fucking... Shortbow's damage is a d4. D6. Damage of the other... plus, since we just leveled up, I added another d6 to my sneak attack d6s. And so I got to roll 3 d6s. And because it was a crit, on top of that, that was 4 more d6s. That's 8 d6s. That's a fucking fireball! Pretty much. In one turn I did, in that turn I did 31 or 32 damage. Then Flint decided to jump on it. Yeah. They went both under the water and we're like, fuck! Flint's dead again! No! Or we lost Flint again. We ain't going in for him. He comes back up as a giant, because he is a Dulgar, so he has enlarged. Yeah. And he's like, guys, it's not so deep. Anyways, we continue on. And I rolled sneak before we came across these, like, as we came across these big doors, Brand Dude! I was saying Brand Dude all day today at the session, but now I'm saying Brandish. Anyways, Brand Dude walks through, doesn't care, doesn't even knock or anything, just walks through. We're in a cave. Yeah, dwarven town or something. I'm sneaking. We asked for directions, not much, and so as we're going through the city, we get spotted by 2 guards. They're like, all right, come with us, and so they get detained. But before we do, Brand Dude casts, because he just got passed without a trace, and we're like, yes. And so I got like a 35 in sneak because of that. Because I rolled a 15 plus my 10. It was so good. Rahum, Connalt, and Flint, they were all kind of escorted. Brandish was hidden as well. He slipped into a pantry or something as they were escorted. Then he decided to follow me. I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch from a distance. I'm gonna stay back here stealthily. And so they were all put in cells, their stuff taken. Brandish is like, can I keep my branches? One dwarf. I'll remember him. So does Brandish. Turns around, takes one of the branches. And Brandish is like, well, that was rude. In her cell, his cell, Rhea's like, oh, that was a dick move, buddy. That was a dick move you just did to my buddy. So I'm gonna fuck you over, buddy. You better watch yourself. Mind you, I didn't say that out loud. Rhea didn't do anything. She just kind of stealthed in the corner. Anyways, a few hours later, like an hour or 2 later or something, a druid comes in. Or, well, we don't know it's a druid. A wood elf walks in. And mind you, this is an exclusive city, like town, to dwarves. Oh, and remember, Flint was kind of exiled and dwarves don't like him and stuff, so yeah, he wasn't put in one of those cells. He was taken into a different room. Flint's probably dead. So Rhea won't be getting that extra sum of money. Fuck. Anyways, and then Rhea I had to make like altogether, because it was a few like 3 hours for each person as they were interrogated. Mind you, none of them said anything about Rhea, which is good. And none of them said anything about my platinum hammer. They said something about a hammer, and they said something about a forge, which they were all, the guy, and his name was Seer, thought was interesting and listened to, and he's like, alright, forge sounds interesting. Anyways, and so I had to make like 20 stealth checks. Fuck. I made all of them. It was great. I was a fucking ninja the entire day. The entire session. Never detected except for like once, close to the end. Anyways, and so what happens was Seer left, and I was like, okay. And everybody was in their cells, and I was like, alright. I know what I'm gonna do. Mage hand, thieves tools. For what I used message on each of them. I'm like, alright. I unlock Connalt's cell, and I'm like, Connalt, don't open it yet. Wait for the perfect time if we need to make it escape, or when we need to leave or something. Just wait. And he's like, what the fuck? Because he's the most just out of us. He's not a paladin, but he's like the most just person, justice like person. I don't know how to say it, but yeah. Then to Wakanda's cell. I already picked his cell earlier, and he kind of was like, and didn't care. Next, Brand Dude. He's sleeping, and I was like, alright, well, whatever. Still, pick your lock of your cell. Mind you, this room was kind of in an L shape. There. An L shape. And I was in the corner beside the door we came through. There was a table with their stuff, but their stuff was later on taken. And so there were 4 guards on one side. There were 2 guards on one side of the room. 2 guards on the other side of the room. 2 guards right beside Rahum. I go to pick. I use message, and I'm like, all right, Rahum, I'm gonna pick your cell lock for if we need to escape or something. And she's like, don't bother. Oh, the gods are too close. And so I was like, yeah, good idea. So I didn't unlock hers. Seer comes back. I'm still stealth in the corner right beside the door. He walks straight past me. Doesn't even know I'm like. And so what happens is he goes to unlock Connaught's cell. Puts his key in the thing. Door opens and he's like, Connaught's like, you need to work on your locks. That one's faulty. And he's like, okay. Goes over to Wakanda's. Wakanda just nudges the door open and he's like, meow. And then, so he's like, casting some sort of spell, and then Wakanda's like, please don't hurt me. Just meow. As in, please don't hurt me. And then they have a conversation, and then he gives Wakanda a treat. Goes over to Brandish's cell. Goes to unlock it again. Door opens, and he's like, what the fuck? Pretty much. Goes over to Rahum's cell, and he's like, unlocks it, and it's fine. They all are escorted out. One, Seer's in the front. One guard's behind them. I slip in behind the guard. And I follow them behind. Rhea and me assumed that Connaught, when I wasn't there with them in the cells and stuff and interrogated, Rhea and I assumed that Connaught thought we left them and abandoned them. Nope. And then, so, what happened, we were guided through the halls, and then, we, came across the courtroom. Mind you, one guard finally was like, oh, because I tried to slip in behind like, the door before it closed. There were 4 guards at the door. I didn't know, on the other side. And so, I walked in, and one guard kind of puts his hand up to me, and he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I looked at Seer, who now, Rhea probably noticed that he was a wood elf beforehand. I'm like, I'm with him. I just by like maybe 1 or 2 points passed the deception check, and he's like, looks to his buddy, and the buddy's like, and then he's like, right, and then he lets me through, and Rhea just casually sits in one of the benches in the courtroom in the back, and the rest of the party is like, yeah, the judge is like, you got 2 options. You pay a small fee of 50 gold for trespassing, and you volunteer to a spell to be casted upon you, and you get to go free. The other option is, oh yeah, it was like house arrest. I think it was house arrest or something close to that, but we wouldn't be going up to the surface. And then Seer's like, or somebody was like, Seer, don't you have that other? And then he's like, oh yes, I have an option too. And it was to write or like sign a what's it called, contract of some sort with a pen of his oath or something like that. And so yeah, that's kind of where, and they're like, our party except for Rhea is like, so what are we gonna do? Which option are we gonna take? And that's where we had to end it off, which I was like, damn. So Rhea, she's the whole day, I found it hilarious. I made all my stealth checks. I made all the checks that today that I was given. I stealthed my way through the whole thing. I'm fucking Snake. I'm fucking Sam Fisher. I'm a ninja. The whole time I did nothing and I stealthed. I was really tempted a few times, like, to maybe I should go retrieve their stuff, but then I was like, wait, people would notice me and stuff, and I'd be alone. Maybe I shouldn't. I was also tempted to go into the room or peek into the room that Flint was taken in, just to know what happened to Flint. I really want to know what happened to Flint, but didn't get to know. So who knows? We'll find out in like 2 weeks. I'll find out in like 2 weeks, and I'll let you guys know if that's an interesting session and stuff. Oh wait, no, longer than that, because I'm gonna be doing a good chance I'll be doing my one shot that week, which is gonna be fun. I like it. I already did it once. My brother ruined my boss ruiner. Let's see you, Kelvin. Fucking ruining my boss, asshole. But that session was fun. I'll tell you that, guys, about that session in a different video. Anyway, so yeah, I shall thank you all so much for watching. Could you please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you want. Yeah, finger guns. That's up to you. I'd be very appreciative and grateful if you did. And yeah, so thank you all so much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next story. Goodbye, my friends. Bye bye.